I mentioned variables before, but now we are actually going to start learning about them. Variables are super important in programming because that is what we use to refer to chunks of data. For example, we have the number 5 here. Yes, simple enough. If I want to store that number somewhere, then I simply need to name a location. X can be our name. And I say x equals 5. So now, whenever I use the letter x, it refers to the number 5. Variables are stupendously important because they are ways to refer to data that may exist temporarily. It may just be an input from the user, but variables are very, very necessary. If I want the variable y to refer to the string hello string, then all I need to do is y equals hello string, and then the variable y refers to hello string. Now because it's just pointing to, because the letter x just points to 5, I can do all the normal things that I would be able to do if it were just the raw data. I can do x times 10, it gives me 50. I can do y plus test, and it gives me hello string test. Everything I could do with just the data is still possible. And because of this, it makes variables incredibly powerful. Now, the most obvious place you would be using a variable is to store what the user has said so that you can use it later. But to do that, you need to first know how to take an input from the user. Could that be hard in Python? No, nothing is hard in Python. Don't take my word for that. If I want to make the variable I refer to an input from the user, all I need to do is write input and then put 2 brackets at the end. If I then press enter, nothing appears. That is because Python is waiting for me to write something and then press enter again. Once I do that, it comes back to the idle prompt. And if I look inside the variable I, that is exactly what I have written. So, that's how to use variables, that's how to take an input from the user. Let's see if we can apply that to a program. First of all, I just want to say to the user, hey, can you write something, please? And we know that the only way you can talk to a user is with print. So if I just print, please type a word, we know that will be output to the user. We then want them to say a word, and we catch that word, so we just say user said equals input. So, this isn't our finished program, but we're just going to run it now, just to test that it definitely works. So when we run this, it says, please type a word, and then I type a word. And then the program terminates. You see I'm back to the idle shell here. So, from here, what do I want to do? I just want to say, you said this. So, I want to print out, you said, and then I want to say what the user said. Conveniently, we have stored that in a variable here called user_said. So if I just add that onto the end of that string, run that, please type a word, I will say bananas, and then it says, you said banana, sir, because I accidentally hit the A key at the end there. That is an introduction to variables, that is an introduction to taking an input from the user. Next time we will cover conditional flow.